Namah Shivaya. How is the morning? You should learn weather, is it not? Okay, but your mind should not be like that. Mind should be always bright. Okay, let's do. This evening we are having our special program by Marilyn Rosner about clairvoyant telepathy. So I will continue to give a little bit more information about the mind. We see from yogic point of view that mind is the sixth sense. Not only is sixth sense, all other five senses are controlled by the mind, and also the mind being influenced by the five senses. These five senses we use to see, hear, taste, smell and touch are not in the physical body, it is in the astral body. That's the real body. So to get a glimpse, when Madeline is going to demonstrate this evening, she is able to pick up many of your thoughts from the past as well as from the present, because mind is a continuous transmitter, receiver, like a radio. But my ordinary voice can only reach a certain distance. But if I amplify it with the microphone, maybe a little longer, further. But when I convert that sound wave into radio spectrum, it can reach end of the world instantly, so also even to the moon and so forth. But there they need another instrument to convert that radio spectrum, radio waves into audio spectrum, audio range, so that we can pick up. So the mind also transmits and receives our thoughts constantly and continuously. But one thing you must remember, radio waves, what's the purpose of that? What will you remove from there?
We were going to use it for lighting, but the cord is too short, and now it's going to be a problem to adjust.
The radio spectrum, radio waves dissipates immediately, but not the thought waves. Thought waves creates impression in the ether. This phenomena, science has not learned much about ether. Even transmission of the radio waves, we need a medium. And that medium is ether. Even in the vacuum, this matter exists. It's a matter. Take an example of a calm lake. You take a small pebble and throw to the lake, into the lake. The waves start moving away from the center, and then eventually it stops the motion created by the pebble. Same thing exactly in the ether. When you repeat Om Namah Shivaya or Aum Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaya Vichya Namaha, it creates a wave in the mental, in the etheric lake. So although all our thoughts radiates in the ether, and then not only radiates, it records and stores these thoughts forever. Nothing is lost. Just like my voice being now caught by the tape recorder and it been codified through magnetic tape and stored in the magnetic tape. But you take that recorded magnetic tape and take a blank tape, we can't see any difference. But definitely impression is there. Later on we can bring through audio or through video, my image and the thoughts can be brought. If proper instruments are the same thing, we can bring the thoughts manifested thousands and thousands of years ago. It's recorded in the auric record. If we have the capacity to tune that particular wavelength, we can pick up messages and civilizations thousands of years before there were some civilizations, far advanced than our civilization. They're all wiped out and gone. And all those messages we can get back, recorded. Nothing is lost. That's the first thing you must understand. Your thought is not just an imagination, it's a real force. Real force. Now you may think it is all maybe some yogis kind of a halabu and so on. But that's what when Marilyn demonstrates, we can see clearly how this has been actually happening at this very moment, and also we can pick up the vibration from the past. So that's the first thing. So there is a medium called ether. This ether is substance. It is the primordial substance from which all other matter proceeds. According to the yogis, there are 5 types of matter. The grossest visible matter is the gross matter called earth or any solid object. This solid object existed before it came into this shape in the earth as a metal or ore. And before the earth came, our earth itself is only 4 billion years old. Before 4 billion years, where was this matter? It just came from nowhere and created by somebody. It existed in the primordial energy state called ether. Scientists also now came to the conclusion that primordial matter exists. Galaxies are being formed constantly from that primordial energy. So the subtlest of all matter is the ether. But its vibration is so high, our instruments cannot at present detect, because even the radio spectrum, even that is still crude compared to the ether spectrum. Ether is very high, its velocity and its wavelengths are supra, ultra, 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 supra, 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 ultra, 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 supra, supra wavelengths. So very difficult for us to grab. But we have built-in instrument in all of us, and that is in the physical body. The physical portion of the body is called your pineal gland, located space between eyebrows, where you got Ajna Chakra, the psychic center, the spiritual aspect. We've been stimulated and constantly bombarded with these various thoughts waves from different sources of the world, from different human beings. So that ether is the first manifestation of the matter. That ether changes, it cannot, in that particular wavelength, it must change into another wavelength. And that time it's called Vayu. Ether is called Akasha in Sanskrit. Next portion of the matter is called Vayu. Vayu means literally wind. But we are not talking, the wind means anything gases in nature, like hydrogen, oxygen, etc. And we all know the sun is burning, and because of fusion of hydrogen, tremendous amount of heat has been created there and radiates. So the two words, either we know already fission and fusion, either way we get energy. So the energy coming from the sun is when these etheric atoms are first next converted into gaseous atoms or scientific atoms like hydrogen molecules, then it radiates. That's second portion. Then when that gaseous nature further changes, like the two gases mixed together, like hydrogen, oxygen, it becomes liquid. So from the fire, from the boil, the gases, before it becomes liquid, the two gases will create energy, fire. That's called sun. Fire means anything which has got energy. Then it becomes liquid. Liquid means not solid, just only water. Anything moves like lava. In the middle of the planet Earth, still there is liquid, exists in the form of lava. Sometimes through volcanoes we can see it pours out. So thousands and thousands of years ago, the structure used to be very cool and comfortable outside, but inside it still is molten lava. Liquid is flowing. And that's called liquid. And that molten lava, which liquefied energy, becomes further condenses, becomes solid rock or solid matter. So how that ether changes into. So there are 5 levels the matter is being created: ether, vayu, gases, fire, agni, water, liquid, earth, solid. So this was existed in the form of ether. Before this was existed in the form of ether, as even our modern physicists will say, like Einstein's theory, energy is E equal to mc squared. Energy, it's just energy. We can call it ether, energy. It is equal to mc squared. Mass multiplied by the speed of light multiplied by itself. That is the energy. So it contains so much energy. It's nothing but energy, this mass. At present, it's not usable because it's not converted into that stage. So energy can be converted into mass, and mass can be reconverted into energy. So even physicists also came to the same conclusion. So it is not unscientific theory what we are talking. So the 5 stages, the energy changes into 5 levels. And the grossest level is this. Now beyond this ether, there is one more state where the ether came from. And that comes from the mind. The mind is the original substance. And where the mind comes from, that is part of the Shakti, universe, nature. So there are 2 aspects there, Shiva and Shakti. Shiva, the consciousness, and Shakti is power. Nothing exists in this universe without these 2, Shiva and Shakti, like upwards and reverse of a coin. Shiva is substratum, and Shakti is the projection. Like an atom, there is a nucleus, there is a center around the electrons revolve, and that is Shakti. So Shiva and Shakti constantly are moving together. Sometimes Shakti separates, and you call the world, the universe, that Shakti changes into different stages, different wavelengths. She becomes mind, then ether, then fire, air, fire, water, and solid. And that stage she cannot stay, she must go backward again. So the matter will change into into water, liquid into fire into air into ether into mind into towards the Shakti, and again Shiva Shakti is united. So the two things are there, Shiva and Shakti, consciousness and unconsciousness. Unconsciousness is not unconsciousness. There's nothing unconsciousness in this universe. It appears to be unconsciousness or a dull matter. But you ask a physicist, there are electrons and protons and neutrons continuously dancing, and decay and dust is taking place, and so this process you cannot stop, though it's invisible. So when it's unconscious matter means it's not unconscious from the highest point of view. At present, its vibratory level is so low, it appears to be inert. Appears to be, not real. And when it's been activated, it can blow up the whole cylinder. The energy which contains enough energy to blow up the cylinder, if you know how to convert that matter into energy. So these are the 5 stages of the matter. Now the ether principle is the substance we are using in our thought world. This building existed before it came in someone's mind, thought. And that created vibration in the ether. He wanted to record that and took a piece of paper and made notes and measured and put a small sketch. And later on he made a blueprint, the length and the width and the height, the stress, etc., and what type of materials can be used, how many windows and so on. All this planned in a small piece of paper to scale. And then using the blueprint, the building came exactly. So originally the thing existed in the mind. Same. The book, the yoga guidebook, you see here? Where is it? You see? Oh, there. And where's the book? Anyone has got a copy of the book? Let's get a copy. That book idea came from where? Someone's mind. Whose mind? Lucy's mind. And so she had an idea, and she wanted to bring that idea, that energy, into a book form. So naturally, to visualize, someone has to catch her thought. And so you got a modern method of catching her thought. What? Camera. A camera has been used to catch her thought naturally. Directly you can photograph the thought. So you just, what she saw, okay, an asana, posture. She saw somewhere a posture should be done for such and such purpose. So a photographer came, a fashion photographer needs to, so taking fashion photograph, let me catch her thoughts and put it so others can also see. So, and so many photographers are also there. But the way he takes the photograph is different from, because he also had visualization of the same thought, but he wanted to catch and put it through expression, not merely taking a picture. And so the whole photograph is almost like an artwork. So thought process now converted into an art, was using modern photography, but created that. So the book came. Now you got, from the thought level it came to visible level. Now you can all look and how did Lucy's thought and how did our great photographer caught that, you can always imagine. See. So everything starts in the thought level. So many people also must have thought the same thing what Lucy was thinking or our photographer was thinking. But those thoughts came just like the Newton, when the apple came, so many times the apple came down from the tree. But no one cared about it. Only it struck only the Newton's mind that oscillation in the took place, that change of the ripples, like a throwing a stone into the pond creates ripples. So in the falling of the thought of the apple created ripples in the mind, in the etheric mind, and there comes the gravity. So here, just a couple of pictures, just show you how. One picture which I love it. See it. Everything is good, but only they just want to just catch how the idea, how the thought has been caught. Yeah, just a candle, simple candle. From my point of view, it's caught the idea behind the meditation. It's philosophical as well as artistic. Philosophically, candle, a flame, is used to teach meditation. Just like when your mind becomes as steady as a candle flame, without any oscillation in a windless place, you reach samadhi, or superconscious state, or oneness with the Supreme. So that it's philosophically it's very steady. Then artistically, you can see there is also not only the light, but there is an Om, and it is chosen also a particular type of base. It creates an impression. Though I'm sure he never meditated too much, except more meditating through the camera, but he's able to catch what I made 5 points. What is meditation? He caught through that particular symbol. And also a picture is there, a meditative picture. Yeah. Again the same thing. It caught. See? I can also take a picture with the camera, but it's very simple to take a picture, is it not? What I have to do? Just press the button. That's all. But he's not pressing the button, he's pressing the thought. And until that, what his thought comes and he sees through the picture, he's not satisfied, because 3 or 4 photographs, I came for a session, and the same photographs we took about 6 or 8 times, and that was not sufficient. Again, there came second time to take the same photograph, and still he was not satisfied, because what he was thinking, he is unable to catch in the. So until he is able to, what he sees, he must catch. You go on repeating, you see. Same thing, artists, the painters and musicians, etc., composers, etc. The same phenomena. So everything is thought. That's all it is. Originally, it originates in the thought, and we take the thought, and a building is brought, or an artwork is created, or a photograph has been taken, or even a scientific investigation. Einstein also analyzed, well, it is not just matter. It is a mathematical formula. He used the thought is E equal to mc squared. So our life is nothing but thought. That's the first thing we learn. Second, we are going to be here only for 100 years. If at all there's no accidents and someone is not going to cut their head, what would happen afterwards to your thoughts and your mind and your personality and your way of decisions, etc. Oh, by the way, I've forgotten. The gentleman there, his breathing was wrong. That's straightening. I forgot to okay, make sure later on correct him. The gentleman there. Yeah, okay, they will correct your breathing. Make sure you correct your breathing. Yes, I forgot all that. So this I saw during the breathing exercise, but in between I forgot my thought. Then again, that is there. Again, as I was looking, suddenly I saw his face. Again, that which already registered. I know I must tell him that his breathing is wrong and so forth. It is there, and suddenly when I saw again ripple created. Oh, you've forgotten that. You see, the ripples came back, the same wavelength. I can see how I was shaking his body. You see, that I can bring back like a video. You can bring it back. I saw what was doing. You see, I brought back. So anyhow, these are all just show that our life exists only for a short period of time. And if our life is just being created at the time of birth because of the parents, or at the time of conception, if there is no past, it makes meaningless. Suddenly from nowhere, you've been created and created a new mind and a new body and a new nose and new thinking. Some people are going to take photograph, others going to be Einstein, others going to be stupid, and others going to be Swami. So, is there any sense or even justice in this? If God is just, how could you make a good photographer and also a bad photographer? How could you make a good writer like a Lucy, and how could you make a bad writer like me? So there is something behind it. And that shows you had a past, you bring up that memory from your subconscious mind, and that thought makes your present system, you solidify by using the ether, and your body is being molded. Of course, you are using the physical atom through the food, but we can all eat the same food, but you don't get the same face. You can plant the same flower, but all the flowers do not have the same petal and shades. Each has got different petals and shades. So, the ether is a matter after death you are going to use. You got a body, astral body, just like this body. In fact, this body has come out of the astral body. You got eyes, ears, nose, taste, smell, touch, and mind. And as soon as you die, suppose you came here, first thing, what the first thing you thought when you came here? You need a place to stay, is it not? So you look for a room and a bed and little comforts and blankets, etc. So the first thing. Now after that, I'm asking a simple question. Ask this question to you. So when you die, maybe you are not in this planet, but somewhere you are. Now you suddenly, you have a different type of thinking. What would you think? First thing, where am I going to? Where am I going to stay? Now, naturally you imagine there's a heaven. Somebody believes, some people believe there's a hell. Some people don't believe anything. Doesn't matter. But after death, you have to have a place to stay there too. That is your nature. You want a place. How do you create? Naturally, there are no woods. There are no forests to cut. So where do you get your material? And who is going to build? Who is going to construct? Where are the laborers? And where do you get all those? So the thought you created in this earthly environments, you got an idea about what type of house you are accustomed to live, what type of bedroom you are having, is all in your subconscious mind impressions, like the tape record. Everything is, nothing is lost. All the things what you are having is all impression there. So you sit there, and the first, where the idea originates, this building originates where? In the mind. So tomorrow I went to yoga camp all morning. I thought, I must have this type of building, because it is good for meditation. So I again brought and took a paper, pencil, and wrote, and then called the engineers and the workmen to build it. There you don't need the rest of the things. Only things you need what? Your thought. And immediately you turn the television on, all the things, my motion, all the pictures, everything will come there without having any further, everything you can. So you bring up, and mere thought sufficient. Before the book came, it existed in the thought, now it's all there. Whether the building or writing a book, everything you create by your thought, and the ether is the material. Either you can construct anything you want, like a molding. And that material, original matter is there by which you make buildings according to your... Suppose you are accustomed to live in a palace, your idea about the palace, so you can build a palace. Ordinary people, their thought is living in a small hut in Bangladesh, so they will build a small. They can only think in that fashion. Oh, I can build anything bigger than that. Though they had the capacity to build a bigger palace if they want, but their thought is so limited, they think of a hut. So a hut will come for them. And so, if you're sleeping in a sleeping bag will come. Or if you want to build a big water bed with a few fish in it, that also will come. So, everything's thought comes. The world is nothing but thought. So the communication, so the house, the building, and if you want to build an ashram like that, then one person cannot do that. Few people, the leader will sit with the 10 or 20 people, and they're concentrating how the building should be there, what I think. They concentrate, it solidifies, eventually materializes. And people, just what we do here, exactly will happen after that. Nothing changed. That's the most difficult part for you to understand. That does not mean everything is says, and now you are going to be just have a long, long holiday. That's what you think, is it not? If that is so, it's wonderful. I want to just get out of this place and get away for a long holiday, permanently. So your desire, your thought, everything will continue afterwards, and you live. Of course, you don't have the physical labor anymore, nor you have to worry about how to make a living. This is taken off. The tension is gone. So yet, your thought you cannot manifest into higher level, only the level what you actually been trained here. If you are accustomed to go to a pub here every day, every evening, and after that you also think that you create a pub and you go to a pub, like in a dream. Exactly like that. So the world after death is what you think now and how you mold your thoughts now. Thought only counts there. Other levels are only possible in the physical thing. After thought, other 4 levels you have to create is matter. In the astral world, only thought. And how do a Frenchman and Englishman communicate after that?
Telepathically.
That's again the thought level, directly, telepathically. There is no language. You see the thought. That's what you'll be seeing Marilyn demonstrate. She sees your thoughts and is able to clearly manifest. Many of the humans will be amazed how she is able to see them. So communication is the thought level. After death, the only language we know is God. Now I can pretend I am a Swami and a holy man. But in that level, you can see my thought. I can't hide anything and from you. You see everything process going on in my mind telepathically, and I also see what's going on in you. So if you are dishonest, cheats, and diplomats, your life will be miserable because everyone can see what you are. No one can hide. And in the Philippines recently, one of his opponents was killed, and then they shot a man, an innocent man, and told him he's trying to kill the person, so they shot him. So they can, of course, they can in so many ways, and then still no one knows the man who shot, who is the person who shot, and they are not showing anything. And people saw actually the police came and actually took the revolver and shot. So many victims are there, but yet he's telling, oh, we are going to put an inquiry. What inquiry is there? Is a cold-blooded murder and put an inquiry. And not only that, to make it more legitimate, we put the security chief who is in charge of that operation into the quarters, so he's not get out of the quarters, so we are going to investigate him also. See, we can fool so many ways, but our thoughts, I can fool you because I'm talking. I know what I'm thinking, I know I'm trying to what I'm coming, but after that this is not possible, so you'll be more miserable. When your thought, word and deed are not, you say, my God, everyone can see what you are thinking. It is so painful. And you can be a millionaire here. There you will just suffer like hell, because thought controls everything. Thought moves things. And if your thoughts are pure, like every day you meditate and so forth, through the little higher level, you get amazing things. Yogis will have no problem. Because as soon as you are there, you are millionaires. You got all the tools necessary to do anything you want. That's what you are learning. So this is the purpose of this introduction section. I don't have much time to go. So dust is not going to be end of your life. It's only another dimension. And that's not going to end there. Again, you have to come back to this physical body. Because that thought level is the process what we just started. Like in India, the pot makers. And I don't know whether you have seen how to make a pot. Here here you got an electric motors to turn the in India still the pot man. He has got a big pot wheel and he has got a stick. He just put the stick in a small hole on the thing and then it turns several times, and once he got enough momentum, and during that momentum he will try to mold the pot. By that time its velocity will reduce. Again you take the stick and give one more momentum. Again you build it up. Again a moment and build it up until you get the right shape of the pot. It's beautiful what a hand can do with it. Just within that we can shape the thing the way exactly the thought is shaped into, molded into a pot. Now the same thing happens. The smell of the thing, okay, oil is gone. So this turning the wheel is what is happening to karma. The physical body, you turn the wheel, and after death, the motion will continue. Whatever the things, I want to be a Swami, I want to be a great Swami, or a great artist. That thought, after death, the same thought will continue the momentum and enjoy without having much effort, because no physical action necessary. Thought itself will bring everything. And once the momentum is gone, again you have to come back to the physical body and create another body, mold another body, and continue to work. It's called reincarnation. So this goes on. So there are two types of life. Physical life, where we have to work through physical body. Our thought has to manifest through the body. Action means thought itself is not sufficient here. And then after death, you can only use the thought. There is no physical body, but astral body, ether body is there, through which you sustain and continue to live the way you want to live, or the way you live in the earth plane. And there are 7 dimensions, which I don't have much time. Ordinary people go to the first dimension, just like ordinary person go to a hotel. They check into the basement, and big people, Howard Hughes or Rockefeller goes to the penthouse. Same thing. If you are highly evolved spiritual people, from that dimension onwards you go to 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th. There all the dust takes place, and they can highly advanced yogis can go to higher planes, 7th plane, you call 7th heaven. So there are 6 heavens behind for less evolved beings. And the first and second is only ordinary people can go. People go to the pubs and so forth. They just go to the next basement and stay there and then come back again. It's nothing much. Vibration is very low in the first place. But as you increase the vibration level of your thoughts, you are drawn into the higher planes, the dimension, and there your power is multiplied, amplified to thousands and thousands of times. You can do anything you want. So the purpose of yoga is to lift your vibration level up, not to reduce it through alcohol. And then in that state, your Ajna Chakra, higher center, will open, and you will be able to see the other dimensions. Many visions will come to you. And this is some of the things we are this evening Marilyn will demonstrate and give a little bit a glimpse of how she got, etc. She will give a small talk. Maybe the talk can be given this afternoon in the program.
It's a lecture this afternoon at 1. By her.
Okay, very good. So she can give the introduction to that state. Wonderful. And then even she will give a proper demonstration. The purpose of this demonstration is not to give awe and wonder, to show we are all the same. Only thing is, a blind man cannot see because eyes are blind, eyes are closed. And suppose because the cataract has blinded him, so remove the cataract, he can see. In fact, you don't have. One man was started getting blind. There was a recent I saw in the English paper, and he was getting blind. He can't see anymore. He's a young man, and he's got wife and child. And I think one day, I think she hit him with a bucket of water, and the bucket hit him, and that brought him the vision. It was just recently he saw it was in the paper. He was already blind and suddenly opened up and shaking. Sometimes voice can do good things. He is not. He's a sarcastic, don't use on him. He's got eyes. So, the technique then is to open our vision. Vision means not the physical vision alone. Open your mind. There are so many things we don't know. Our education, our knowledge, our scientific understanding is so limited. And in fact, this scientific knowledge and mathematical formulas like E equal to mc squared literally binds our mind. Our mind cannot go beyond that. Open it up and see higher dimensions waiting for you. Happiness, infinite type of happiness waiting for you. Don't just think only little this champagne and caviar, etc. is the only thing. That's the end of your goal. As many people you ask them what's the end of the goal? Champagne and caviar. That's all end. Beyond that, there is no anything. And after that also then, when you see others have the higher abilities, you start wondering, my God. And you can't reach that because you haven't trained your mind. But as you are training a spiritual aspirant, it will be very easy. So that's what the whole purpose of this talk. Plus, another 2 seconds I want to tell you. If the dust is going to end all the problems of this planet Earth, then we can destroy this world 40 to 50 times. America can destroy the world for 40 times. The Russians can destroy 50 times. That means how many times you can destroy? Only one. But they say they can, and they are not satisfied. Now American says we can destroy Russia 50 times, and Russia says we can destroy, only 50 times. By next year we are going to make America, we can destroy America 60 times. Oh, by 60 times? Oh, then we will make it destroy 70 times by another year. This is called competition. You understand what? And where is going to end this type of thing? This type of thinking is only destroying the world. And that destruction does bring in 90% of the population will be destroyed within 6 to 20 minutes of this planet Earth, which took so many thousands of years of evolution, and they can destroy in 20 minutes. And Russians, SS-20 can reach Britain in how many minutes? 6. And if the submarine lands with missiles, it can come in within 6 minutes. Same thing, the new missiles, cruise and Pershing missiles, with Russia in 6 minutes. We can destroy this planet Earth, and I'm for it. I want to destroy this planet Earth, provided we don't come back. We can have a long, long holiday after that. Everyone can forget and we can just know future is infinity. We can just now fly around and then do anything you want, or be with a God, or eat whatever you like. If that is so, I'm the first person to push the button. We cannot have a long holiday. I have to get up every morning and meditate and go out and put the body into this position and find the money and then try to see that he is behaving properly or not. Why I have to worry about all these things? I can just forget everything and go. I will make everyone happy also that way. But that's not. And at the time of just what experience you have, that painful experience, that nightmare will continue. Because they are not yogis, ordinary people. They don't know what to do. They thought everything is real. Like a nightmare was a dream last night. When you wake up, though it was an illusion, still you are shaking from that experience, isn't it? Same thing. When we see the nightmare of the dust, soldiers die at the battleground with a blown stomach and see their friends have been blown, their face has been blown into pieces. With that type of face, they die and arrive there. The nightmare will go for hundreds and hundreds of years. They never can stop that. The astral world is full of this. Lower astral world is full of this type of World War I, II soldiers. In World War II, soldiers died there, arrived there, plus 6 million people gassed and sent into also in the Dachau, in the concentration camp. These are the gas chambers and the oven of the human body has been just burned and the smoke was belching all the time. When these type of people who see this type of, and they die, are right there, they are literally go mad. Because they got no peace at all. That's called hell, what you call it. It's not the hell, even here there's second. They are also hell because they don't understand these phenomena. And there are called social organizations, volunteer workers, there are also yoga teachers, etc., try to help these people to make them understand what the life is. So there's exactly everything what is happening here is happening there too. But everything is thought level. and they don't have to give any morphia or any injection to put a person to sleep. Thereby powerful thought they send. Some people come with horrible mental attitude, they arrive and they don't know what to do and to really, and they put them into sleep because they cannot do anything much for a long, long time. This person cannot have any peace at all. So thousands of people they have to put sleep, but there's again volunteer workers are necessary. Everything don't mind, it's still energy necessary. So that's, if you are going to destroy this planet Earth and arrive there, the place is hell for us. Because these are the people you are going to see, like a madhouse. You just go there. You just go to the madhouse, people don't have some other taking the clothes off and some just standing under some situation and doing like that constantly. When you see what type of happiness you will learn in that. Though you are evolved. So evolved people like you will help them. They are also trying to help as much as possible. And your life is not going to be vain. All this knowledge will be helpful to you as well as to help others who haven't got this type of training. And then these people will have to come back to the planet Earth. The Earth is polluted with poison, radiation for thousands of years. Look at the nuclear waste in America, I don't know, in Europe. The nuclear waste coming from the various reactors, they do not know how to dispose of. 10,000 years that will be radiation, still radiating. And they don't know where to dump and how to do. They're still, scientists have got no idea of what to do. They still just only put some drums and holding in the concrete. And future someone will have some idea, but at present there is no way we can dispose the nuclear waste safely anywhere in this planet Earth. That's the situation. Just imagine a nuclear holocaust, 30,000 warheads of Russians and 40,000 warheads of American, plus British and French and all this. What will be the planet's condition? Ask this question. Any of our leaders know about the situation what we are creating to this world, and suddenly 4 billion people will transfer from here to next world. What a collapse of their existence takes place. So there is problem. When they come back here, these people reincarnate, the radiation, there is a mutation, they're without hands and feet, like the thalidomide case. Children are born without heads and eyes and ears. Every type of monsters will be coming to this planet Earth because everything is polluted. Thousands of years. This is a situation we created through our modern technology, thinking everything, the visible world is everything is real, nothing beyond that. That's my purpose of my peace mission. Also, what I'm trying to do, peace I'm not talking about peace only for this planet Earth. That is so it's very simple. Just destroy and go away. Well, infinite number of planets exist, infinite number of galaxies exist, infinite number of universes exist. Yet we think, oh yes, like a frog in a well. Oh, this is Britain, okay, this is how big it is. This is Scotland, this is Ireland, this is French, that is German, this is Russian, this is American. We just divided this planet Earth like a frog in a well. So my peace mission is, which I am trying to demonstrate, is not talking the peace of this planet Earth. Think about the dress is not going to end. If that is so, then very simple. I am not against the war at all. But that's not multiplying the problems to this planet and the next dimension. Again, they had to come back and go back. Everything is in beyond imagining. The chaos is beyond imagination. This is the way why I am so much also interested in the peace mission, and also bringing Marvel, etc., show you that there are higher dimensions do exist, that is not going to end. And they are communicating to us the problem. We are already beginning a problem with the World War I and World War II. So many soldiers still lying in the sleepy state, like the coma, like that. They can't come out of the terrible tragedy what they've gone through the trenches and suffering. And so also many alcoholic and drug addicts. That's another problem for them. These drug addicts and alcoholics arrive there, and they have to literally go mad because there's nothing they can do there. And so much they go through hell, these people. You understand how difficult it is for them? We only think of the planet Earth and this planet Earth and this Britain and England and Russian and American, but we are all one human beings on this planet Earth. How are you going to bring a kind of peace between this and next transition? We have to make transition. We can't stay forever here. And again there we cannot stay forever, we have to come back. But so we are going to make hell both places for us, here and hereafter. I've told a small story and conclude. A frog in a well. Have you seen the frogs? Yes. Yesterday I told another story. Today, a frog in a well. There was a mama frog, papa frog, and the baby frogs lived together in a small well. No, old well, not the. There was an old well here, where you draw water. And one day, they never seen anything outside. They thought everything is only there. Well, one day, a cousin frog came from the ocean. Came up, and jumped. And the well frogs were so happy to see the cousin frog. So after shaking hand or shaking legs, they were asked about the cousin, how are you? Everything? Oh, I'm okay. And how is your house? Where is your house? Oh, it is in the ocean. And where is the ocean? How big it is? Is it as big as my well? Oh, I don't know how big it is. I don't think it's beginning or end. I live in a small, tiny hole in a rock. And there are certain creatures as big as your well. They open the mouth. Hundreds of your wells can go. So the well frog was a little annoyed. Cousin is making so much and talking about this big ocean. So he took the cousin frog. We'll show you how big my ocean is, my well is. So he went fast to straight one end to another. See, it took 3 feet and to 1.5 minutes. 1.5 minutes to reach one end to another end. Now I'll show you how deep it is. And then that, it was 3 meters deep. Now tell me, my cousin, your ocean is as big as my well? Still the well, ocean frog, my cousin, I can never say how big it is. It is so beyond my imagination. And the well frog was a little annoyed by this. And after dinner, they decided, all right, my cousin, you come with me. You come to my ocean and see how big it is. You can reverse of sea. There's no way I can explain about the infinite nature of the ocean. So they both, next day, they have little picnic lunch, and then say goodbye to mama frog and baby frog, and hop, both cousins came to the ocean. About a mile before the ocean, the sound of the ocean, the waves thrashing, the bell frog frightened the cousin, tell me, what's the noise? Oh, that's just waves thrashing on the shore. I could see waves in my well. That doesn't make any noise like that. But you cannot listen, just come and see. So again there came a noise getting powerful. At last they climbed to the top of a big rock to see the end of the ocean. And the well frog saw the big waves coming and thrashing. And he took his binocular to see the end of the ocean. And suddenly through binocular he saw a big whale spouting water, and his mouth is like a 10 type of big wells, and it's always thousands and thousands of feet going into the mouth. My God, what is that moving mountain? Oh, that's not a mountain, that's just one of the creatures of the sea. Now you want to see the depths, how deep it is? No, not when the creature is there. He is following millions and millions of feet to go bigger than my well. And I don't want to find the depth or end. There's no beginning or end. He was trembling when he saw these frightening things and flashing waves and waves and fish. And he ran back trembling to his well. And still trembling, and the wife came in up, and children came back. Papa, how big ocean is? Is it as big as our well? He's still trembling. He couldn't answer. Oh, honey, I can't explain how big it is. There's no end to it, no beginning, no end. The wife was a little bit now upset. My husband has gone crazy. He was a normal husband. Now he's talking, the ocean is infinite. I think my cousin frog has made him crazy or brainwashed him. These are the... Honey, there is no ocean bigger than our well. Why are you just talking all this nonsense? Honey, I can't describe what I saw. There are creatures which can swallow our wells. And she doesn't know how to do. My God, he's really gone crazy. So he called the psychiatrist, Frog. He's also living in the same well. So, doctor, my husband is going crazy. He's got problems. And he's talking about infinite ocean, the mountains moving, and the waves thrashing, and all kinds of nonsense he's talking. He's really gone crazy. Please help him. Oh yes, bring him to my office. I made an appointment, and Frog came, Papa Frog came and lied on psychiatrist couch. Dr. Frog, well, my friend, tell me, what's the problem? Doctor, I saw ocean, infinite ocean, mountains moving, mountains flashing. I can't believe how many creatures there. It's beyond my imagination. Come on, sit down, lie down. It's all not, you haven't seen anything. There's no infinite ocean of it. It's all because the problem created by father and mother. Because good needs spinach, and then your mama gave his pant, and that's why you got inferiority complex. And that inferiority complex, you created this illusion now. It's all coming from submerged your subconscious impressions, Your mommy and father did not treat you well, And you got a brother, yes, I got a brother. You will see, you always had that inferiority complex because of the brother. That's why you want to show that you're superior than your brother, because you want to know how infinite ocean you have seen. You want to prove that it's superior than your brother. So psychiatrists made a kind of psychoanalysis, like the yesterday's story. And you go back, everything is going about very well, tranquil, so nothing to worry about. Come back tomorrow, you talk more about your father and mother, everything is going to be all right. And this frog came back, Papa Frog, Mama Frog and baby, come on, how is it? The Papa Frog said, that doctor is crazy. What? The doctor is crazy, he's got a PhD degree, he's a psychologist. He treated President and Queen Elizabeth yesterday. He's a royal physician of the Royal College, he's got all the degree. You are talking, he's crazy, royal physician? So, you've really gone crazy. And the end of the story is let us get divorced and separate because you are a crazy fellow. And this story illustrates. And when you are going to tell tomorrow, there's an astral level, infinite galaxies are there, infinite planets are there, and we are fighting the small tiny world, Russian world, American world, British world, French world, Indian world, Hindu world, Catholic world, Protestant world, Arab world, Creoles world. We all divided into tiny world. We think God is on my side because I'm a Hindu. Lord Krishna said last night, you Christians, you are Jewish, British, you turn into Hindus, otherwise your all will go to hell. He told me last night. And Pope will say, you all just come to my side. I am the Pope. Look at my crown. Look at my Vatican. Look at all the powers. All Catholics only will go to heaven. Nobody else, because God told me. So, Ian Presley will say, oh no. We don't believe you. We got our own Christ and our own cross. So we are all just fighting, just like silly frog in a well. So who is the ocean frog? The teachers, great teachers like Jesus, Buddha. They saw the infinite ocean, infinite nature of God. We can't believe it. How many dimensions are there? How many universes are there? And they said, oh man, you are fighting for this small tiny land. You know how big Swami Vishnu is? I got an ashram bigger than this ashram. With 350 acres of land I got it. Oh yes, know how big my well is. 350 acres. And it takes about 10 minutes driving to one end to another end. See how great I am. I got 40 big rooms and 20 small rooms and 3.5 bathrooms. How great I am. So we are just like the tiny frog, living in our own tiny world. We don't want to get out and see. When we say God means, God is to save me only, not others. God is only, Israelis will say, oh, God is on their side. Christians will say, God is on their side. Hindus will say, oh, God is on their side. You understand that this is the situation we are. We have to get out of the tiny world. Open your heart, open your mind. So I am not trying to merely teach you yoga and to see this. Even yogis like it, we also get centered with this small tiny world, Hindu world, yogi world. My yoga is better than your yoga. I got a different type of meditation, different material. TM is only just simple meditation. I teach you supra transcendental kundalini yoga, fire breathing meditation. Which is better than ordinary meditation, TM meditation. And of course it costs a little money more. But if I have so much infinite knowledge, then why I had to worry about money? Just see, they once charged $150 for that concocted word, aingi, ingi, strengi, like hot dog, It's not even a mantra. Just like, suppose you go to India, and Indians never heard about hot dog. And they told hot dog is a new mantra we bought from London. You told the villagers, it costs $150, we'll give the English mantra. It's much better than any mantra. What is the mantra? It's a hot dog. Repeat hot dog, hot dog, hot dog. And that's why we are stupid, the PM came, Maharshi came and sold all the words, aingi, engi, shingi, in various types of concocted words. I mean, you're not stupid, that you don't understand anything. So it's millions of dollars they made out of that by concocted words. That's why he said, don't tell the mantra to anybody, because if you tell them, you'll find out it's not a mantra. It's like you said, don't tell your mantra to anybody, a hot dog, because if you tell them, you'll find out. Some English person will say, oh, this is the mantra Swami gave, hot dog, oh my God, you're a hot dog. So don't tell to anybody, your mantra is a hot dog, So this way they try to fool you. We are the greatest menace to this world, religious people. Really, because we are concocted, because we are not pure, we are not high evolved. But we want to pretend that we know everything and you are stupid. So two stupids together, we will live on this world. But God is never belongs to us. He has got infinite planets like this, infinite universes. Recently, just one new sun has been, a solar system has been formed here, Vega, the sun Vega, just been formed. And how many millions of solar system is just in the making, how many galaxies are making at this moment, how many galaxies disappear completely with the millions and millions of, in our own galaxy, 60 billion suns exist. This entire galaxy has been disappearing at this time, like thousands of galaxies are disappearing in this universe. Yet our leaders, oh yes, I am Pope, I am Anglican priest, I am Prime Minister, I am Queen Elizabeth. But what do we understand about the God's nature? So do not live in this tiny well, get out, understand the infinite nature of God. The moment we think of that, we become so humble. I never want to put a big show, because I know that what I know is nothing. I will still know only my own tiny well. I don't know anything beyond. But His power is not that. Get out of this well and see the infinite nature. Your mind will so awe and wonder His power. We become humble. We love everybody. We don't anymore want to destroy anybody. Everyone has got equal right to live. They are neither big nor small. No one is there to rule us or no one to be ruled. We are one. That's the ultimate goal of our life. We are one. We are not two. We shall be.